Hello, I am testing this out to see how it works. Don't know very much about YouTube or creating videos, but I know that I want to practice my artwork with video. So that's why I'm making this today. So first, let me introduce myself. I am Joella. When I'm done sketching, I'll show my face before I say goodbye. Maybe. Depends if I remember and how far I get into my thought. This will probably be the second YouTube video I've created. Maybe the third. I'm not sure. Still getting the hang of it. It's interesting to hold the phone and draw one-handed, and definitely will say that is a new process for me. So I started this sketch. A lot of my sketches, I will start them without looking at them. I'll close my eyes or turn away from the paper for the first 3 to 5 minutes or so, because I like to do premonition drawings, which means I like to allow the universe to give me my drawing ideas. So then once I've drawn for a few minutes with my eyes closed, then I'll come back and I'll enhance what I drew on the paper and add to it and bring out the picture that they're trying to show me. Because sometimes as I'm drawing some things, I'll see other things come out. I started doing this as a form of meditation because I was struggling so much with my life and where I wanted to be and how I wanted to be. I had a major shift happen in my life on New Year's where everything around me came tumbling down. I thought I had a good life and preparing for a better life. I thought I had a solid foundation with everything that my husband and I were doing. But there were a lot of trials and tribulations that coming in the way as stumbling blocks, and I was happy enough to persevere and take the good with the bad and keep going. But it seems that my husband didn't want to put the time in with me anymore. So I had to allow myself to process my emotions. And I know from previous experiences that when I go through such emotional turmoil, I have a tendency to lash out. So I tried something different this time, and I went deeper within. Now, generally, I'll end up doing that eventually. This time, I kind of went into it right away. Because the grief was so intense that I couldn't move out of my bed for, I don't know, a week or so. Like, I could get up to go to the bathroom, but then I would go right back to bed. My son would check on me and bring me bits of food here and there, because he'd offer me food, but the comprehension of eating was not there. It was all gone. But I could draw. I could spend my time looking at something and just lose my mind in the picture. So I was like, okay, that works for me. Let's see. But I had no idea what I wanted to draw because I was trying to clear my mind. And that's how I decided to do these premonition drawings. Because I have no idea what I'm drawing. I'm just highlighting the scribbles that I put on the page. Yeah, definitely interesting doing it one-handed like this. So normally I constantly turn the page around and around instead of my hand. Yeah, there we go. That's what I do. Yeah, I flip the pencil a lot because I'm trying to play with the tip. Because if I keep it on one side too long, it'll go too pointy or too flat too quick. And then I'll have to sharpen it sooner. So if I kind of keep rotating it, kind of keeps the point even as I go. So I can use it a little bit longer before sharpening in between. At least that's what I tell myself. Does it work? I have no idea. You're the one watching me draw. I'm watching my drawing. But not really. So, today I did something new. Well, I started last night. And I guess this is really what I wanted to talk about. But first I had to warm up to get used to speaking out loud again. So, apologies for it seeming a little long-winded to the title. But it is all my life experiences. So, today is April 1st. Yesterday, on March 31st, at 8:20 p.m., the night of the new moon, I received my monthly. I was able to share it with the new moon. It was my first time honoring my Yoni, and it was more than amazing to me. So as my monthly, I had been waiting for it for some time. I didn't expect it to come right at the peak of the point of the new moon. That was super exciting to me. because I've never tracked it like that before. So I found that very interesting. Yeah, I did. It kind of caught my eye, blew my mind for a minute, because, you know, I didn't realize the time until I got back from the... Actually, I should say, I looked at the time when I was done going to the bathroom. And, that's when I received my monthly. So this month, as I said, I did something new, learning how to honor my Yoni. So the things that I did to honor my Yoni. Number one, I am free-flowing this month, which means I'm not wearing a tampon, I'm not wearing a pad. I am not using a diva cup. I know. So taboo. Like this thing that we never talk about. That's why I put the big warning on the label. Yeah. Because I know it's not something we normally talk about. And that's kind of what compelled me to make this video. And why I'm not really putting my face into it, but just showing you my sketch as I think and talk. It keeps my mind a little more clear, especially because normally when I sketch, I play music, so I'm doing something different. We'll see how it plays out, right? So, the new things I did for my Yoni. Number one, free-flowing. I described that just now. And number two, I've started watching multiple videos. First, I was watching this one influencer, also life coach, beautiful, amazing, which I just fell in love when I started watching her. The way she speaks, the way her body flows, is just incredible. Anyway, once I get more comfortable doing these videos, then I'll start talking about the influencers that I watch. But for right now, I'm just going to leave it as is. Because I'm not editing these. I'm just leaving it raw in the moment. I mean, I'm doing sketches, so it's not like I can really edit that out. It would be kind of strange. I don't know. I would be uncomfortable with that. So you're getting me all natural. No funny little glitch skips. So if it's a little drawn out, enjoy it. You can step away and enjoy my voice. And not always have to worry about what you're looking at, unless you're totally enthralled by me drawing. I hope that I'm getting the right angle. I'm not really checking, because I'm just keeping my hand in one place, so hopefully it stays steady as I work. Yeah. So number two, as I said, I've been watching a lot of influencers and things, and then there was this one that I was watching as my monthly first came, and I was bleeding a little bit, but not too heavily, and she was talking about how if you put the red dot in the middle of your third eye, right? You know, your third eye, put a drop of blood right there, that's supposed to send enlightenment to you. So I was like sitting there watching the video in free flow. So I was like, why not? So I did it. I put that drop of blood on my head. And as I'm listening to the video, and she's like, yeah, and I do blood facials and this and that. And that's not the first time I heard about blood facials, right? So I was like, oh, I want to do that. So I'm there with a little cup trying to collect my blood. But as I said, it was the first night, so that wasn't really happening. But I did put some under my eyelids. My eyelids. Under my eyes, you know, where you get those circly parts. I'm here, touch my eye, and you're watching my hands. So I'm not flipping back and forth. That would just be too confusing. I wouldn't want to have to worry about the edit, so never mind where my facial expression was. Yeah, so I put a little bit under my eye, and I was like, oh, okay. And I just did that. And it was like cool feeling. Like, felt like my skin got a little tighter. I don't know. I didn't do a before and after thing because it was a spur of the moment thing. It was like, oh wow, I just did that. Okay, cool. So I was like all happy about it and stuff. And, you know, I was getting really sleepy and watching this show and everything. And then I went to the bathroom and stuff and brushed my teeth and all that good stuff and cleaned up a little bit and washed my hands, of course. And then I just put a towel under me and went to bed. Because, like, I didn't really get any drops in the jar, so it was there in the morning. So when I woke up in the morning, right, I was like, okay. I felt wet, but I wasn't dripping. So I was like, what can I do to honor my Yoni before getting out of bed? So I grabbed my sketch pads, right? I did. Oh, so I told you, I put a warning on here. If you don't want to see it, I will count it out and then I will turn it away. Hold on. I did a Yoni print. I did 3, actually. I just got to pull them up because they're drying. So the first one I did. Ready? Okay. I'm gonna count to 5 and then I'm gonna pull it away and then I'm gonna describe it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I pulled it away. To me, if you didn't look at it, but if you did look at it, maybe you saw it too, it kind of looked like a butterfly print in a weird way. Okay, so then the second one, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull away. Kind of, you know, looks like what you would think it would look like. But in essence, if I draw on it, it'll probably look like a flower. Now, my last print, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It kind of looks like a person standing with their arms open. So, I was really excited about how they came out. You know, my Aunt Yoni was giving me messages, and I might or might not draw on them. I might probably print them and then draw on them, so I'm not actually drawing on the ones that used my blood. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I'll figure it out tomorrow. It's a whole new process. Yeah, sorry. Somehow I was going too far forward and yeah, my pillow wanted to run away. So let's see here. Yeah. I'll let you take that in for a minute. I'm taking it in for a minute. I guess I have to... Is that... I wonder... Yeah, so I'll just... Would that be X-rated? I don't even know. And I'm put the warning label on it. So if I'm told to take it down, oh well, I'll redo it. and I'll cut that part out. I mean, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I know I opened up a much bigger conversation by showing them and not just talking about them. That's for sure. Here I am, just like, yeah, I know. I told you I wasn't even paying attention to where I was holding the camera because I'm like kind of blushing that I showed you that. But this is me raw and real. So it's time to stick with it. Right? Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah. I know. I can be kind of ridiculous. Anxiety sets in. I can feel the migraine getting heavy. But that's also because the glasses and the lighting. And being on my monthly. Oh, yeah. So after I did that, I started watching my influencers on YouTube again. And, what was it? I'm trying to remember exactly. And sorry for the pause in the drawing, but I was trying to do mind recollection. Jeez. That's funny. Won't come to me right now. What did I do right after that? See, I'm still kind of blushing. So I was watching a program. I was making my tea. That's what it was. I went out because I was getting ready for my class with one of my influencers. They did a 5-day chakra class. It was amazing. And actually today was the Zoom. And it was because all the other days we were doing it in the Facebook group. But today we were on Zoom, so, we could talk live to the group and everything. I think there were like 70 people in the group throughout the 5 days. So that was pretty cool, you kind of felt like you were friends by the end. But, so I shared my experience. But I forgot to put the camera on, but that's okay, because I started crying, like, seriously. And I was the first one to share, and, like, I know, right? Like, why would I be the first one to share? I don't know. I always had this thing, like, when I was finally ready to talk in class and share something, my hand would go right up, right away. And, yeah, probably someone thought she put me up to it or something or whatever. But no, it was a real experience, and I couldn't believe I was crying. Well, I said I was going to get emotional as soon as I started talking about it in class. I didn't even think I was going to go to class because I was 20 minutes late on entering in the Zoom afterwards. Oh, I skipped the important part. Yeah, so I was getting ready for class. I was making the tea. I got up at 11:16. Like I said, the class started at 12. And this is, I was 20 minutes late. So I got up to make the tea. The water only takes like a minute and a half to boil because I got this special teapot thing that was gifted to me from a friend. I thought I killed it, but I didn't, thankfully. That curl was not supposed to be there. I don't know why I put it there. Maybe it'll work out. We'll see. I gotta turn the page to make that other line, but I want to finish this one over here first. Yeah, so I went to make the tea, and today I had dandelion tea. Oh, it was so flipping good. Yes, I highly recommend dandelion tea. Yeah, I felt great drinking it. It really helped a lot. And it's like this gorgeous earthy flavor. Oh, I'm not even directly where my finger is. See? Anyway, yeah, it was like this gorgeous earthy flavor, and of course I put my honey in it. So I went and made the tea. I brought it in my room. I set it down right on the table. and I was getting ready to set up for the class. And then, of course, the cramps, the pain started coming. And I'm like, wait a minute, right now? Class is about to start. And I was like, oh no. So I lied down, and then I was thinking about one of the channels that I watched, and one of the influencers was talking about when you honor your yoni and how you let it flow, and you breathe out the pain, and so you do the nostril thing. So I was trying to do that, but it wasn't working, and the pain was getting more and more and more and more intense, right? So I was like, okay. I was rolling back and forth. I was screaming out, help me out. I was crying. And then I was like, I don't know if I can do this. And I kept saying, help me. And then I got weak, and I went and I grabbed my Excedrin, right? Because that's what I've always used. And I took it, and I lied back down in the bed, and not even a minute and a half later, seriously, not even a minute and a half later, I threw it up. Luckily, I had a bucket, trash can, like, at the end of my bed, because I could not get up. And I was like, whoa, what was that? Like, what? I couldn't believe it. And it was just like, wow, okay, fine. I guess you're going to make me go through this process, right? So I was like, okay, this is the reality of honoring my yoni, right? Because when you start to honor yourself, you got to go through the pain to get to the result that you want. And since I have been home alone pretty much for over 2 months now, it's the first time I'm starting to acknowledge myself, try to do more self-care and all that. And it's a painful process because, as far as being a manifester and wanting to have the ultimate life of my desire, I have to truly believe in myself. And coming out of this separation, split, whatever, emotional process, I have to believe in myself enough to become successful and be able to grow and thrive through this. So that means I have to work through these emotions. Well, my emotions aren't just my own, because my DNA is not just mine. My DNA is a mixture of my parents, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, my great-great-grandparents, their parents after that. And, you think about it, because, first your parents are 2, but then your grandparents are 4. So then your great-grandparents are 8, right? And then it just keeps going from there. It's like a finite, and you get more and more of that trace amount. I know. I heard stuff. My little box of seeds. I did some planting. I do videos on planting too. Oh, and this is my bottle of my bottle of intention water. So I write things on here that I want more of in my life, like love, strength, compassion, abundance, joy, prosperity, financial freedom, a little heart. And then down there I have, those are all onyx, different color onyx stones. So that puts a stronger intention on the water too from the crystals, because crystals are alive. If you don't believe in that, I don't know why you're watching me. So wisdom, courage, insight to the divine, wealth, health, different things. Things I want more of in my life. Write it on the bottle of water I drink, so I have a strong intention. Yeah, it's just that way of shifting your mindset to look at things in life, so you can have a stronger understanding of who you are, what you are, and how you want to be, how you want to present yourself to yourself, for yourself, and then when you truly present it to yourself, for yourself, then you know that the reflection that the world sees is what you want them to see, not what you fear them to see, because there's only two true emotions. That's fear and love. And where does fear come from? Fear comes from weakness and shame. Those are the things. And where does that come from? It comes from judgment. Where does judgment come from? Perceptions of other people that we take on as our own personifications that aren't really us and who we are. But we think that we are the way they talk about us because, well, they've said it so much that we turn it into a belief. And when we turn things into a belief, then we lose sight of who we are and why we're here and what we want to do. So that's why I like to draw. I don't really know what I'm drawing or why I'm drawing it. I just know that my hand likes to flow into the different shadows and light. And sometimes it'll make sense, and sometimes it won't. But yeah, the less I think about things, the less I analyze things, the more I let things come from my heart and finding things that just make me happy, being me. Because when I was out in the world, I just felt like everyone was trying to push me around, squeeze every bit of life out of me, and then, once they're done, didn't feel like they really cared where you slept the next day. So if they don't care where you sleep every day, they don't care at all. Because if someone cares about you, they would care about where you slept every day. And the only one that's going to care about where you sleep every day is you. Because when someone gets mad, they are like, yeah, go ahead, sleep wherever you want, do whatever you want. And you're like, huh? That's when you realize you became attached to someone else's thought of a personification of you, not who you actually are. When someone can hurt your feelings, that's when you've given your power away. You want to live in your sovereignty. You want to be able to take care of yourself. You want to be yourself. You want to love yourself. You want to know that when you're alone, you're in your happy place. And anyone that you bring into your happy place should feel honored and privileged to be there. And they should be able to make it known that they're honored and privileged to be in your presence. If they are not, you do not have time for them, because they will never have time for you when you need them in a weak moment. They will be somewhere else with someone else. And that, my friend, is why you need to learn to love yourself and have self-care. So you don't waste your time with people that don't give you time. Only be with ones that value your time. Hey, little buddy. Let's see. X marks the spot, I guess. It's like I said, it's very strange not to have music on. I might... Let's see how it goes. I know. I'll do a TikTok short with music. That's probably what I'll do. Yeah, I'm learning how to use TikTok too. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. I'd very much appreciate it. Anyway, oh my goodness, this is a 37-minute video. So, here we go. I don't know how much you can see with it pulled out like this. I don't know how big your screen is. But we kind of got a little character going on over here. And we got a little character over here. And there's some in here, but I'll need to pull those out later. I'll do sketching, and there's someone that wants to live there. I'll pull more out of the sketch later, and I'll do a second video update. Thank you so much for tuning in. Much appreciated. Have a great day.